So here we are in our new jugaad.
Which is sitting inside the car because honestly, the heat is unbearable out there. Even if you're standing in the shade, you're still feeling the piercing sun. Like it's the UV rays that are too much. You need a little bit of air conditioning because it's just unbearable heat.
For a second, I had a bit of a giddiness because this heat is not something that we are used to. Ashok,
No.
you are a local. Your
Unlike
thoughts?
yesterday, this is the kind of heat where if you are exposed for more than 5 minutes, you could get a minor stroke. I mean, I've always maintained, and I've been telling Bore and the team that do not expose yourself to this kind of heat in terms of direct sunlight because what happens is that you end up with a mild headache. Unlike the normal headaches which go away after some time when you've kind of hydrated well, this doesn't go off and it can completely hamper your productivity.
Absolutely. In fact, in the morning when we had gone to the track as well, I said that I get what you were talking about when you said that the sun is giving you headaches because I'm getting one now. And yesterday, it's so flippant. The weather is so flippant. Yesterday it was so pleasant. I was sitting in the car and I was enjoying the view of the mountains and the trees and everything was so peaceful. Today it's so hot. Okay,
You
I have. Oh my goodness, I have managed it. Almost dropped my phone here, but
how can you hold it?
wait, I'll just give it a second. Give it a second. Just
So
trying to do
you
the
want
best I can. The tripod. Get it
tripod
back
again?
and put this on it.
So then your phone has to be charged also, no?
It will happen. Put that on.
How is the charging now?
Don't worry.
Yeah. Good. So Ashok, oops. Now, boy, अरे भाई, where is Ashok? Ashok, are you visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's do. Okay. So ये उल्टा कैसे हो गया? हाँ, अभी तो दिख तो रहा है. I can't see anything. Can you see anything?
Yeah.
I can't see anything because the glare is straight into my eye.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, so I think we have to apologize to our viewers because the internet connection keeps dropping at this point in time. But we are back to the questions. I can't see anything because of the sun.
Move your seat back a little bit.
ये तो और पीछे जा ही नहीं रहा है. No, can you move this back? Recliner. किधर है सेटा? Right side. आप एक काम करो, उस तरफ रखो. Yeah, this is better because without the sun. But can you see?
I can see, but no one can see me. You can try something like this. No, that's the steering wheel in the middle. Wait. Go on, continue. I will do this.
But ये कैसे करोगे?
Like this.
अशोक एक बार देखो. Then you mean to say you'll hold it like that?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Chalo. Let's resume from where we are. Are you feeling that oh,
What is Neil saying?
check what is he saying? Keep the phone near the meter gauge. What meter gauge?
Here. But वो steering आ
नहीं
जाएगी.
नहीं, ये ठीक है. ये ठीक है नील. Let's do it like this. Okay, so ये ठीक है नील बोल रहा है. तुम्हारा सब कुछ ठीक है.
Okay.
Let's go to go. इसने मन में हाँ? I will do. Don't worry. तो हो जाएगा. As long as all three of us are visible. So
Yeah.
team combination. Let's do some cricket for a change. I mean, without sort of thinking about the geopolitics a little bit. Let's also focus a little bit on cricket, and then we will come back to the larger questions about geopolitics. Is any BCCI official attending the match? From what we know, no. A couple of journalists have done stories on this. There could be. Rajiv Shukla is the representative in the ACC. Rajiv ji could attend, but no other. Haven't seen anyone at the ICC Academy in the last couple of days. Like in England, one could see Debojit, one could see others attending. Haven't seen a BCCI official yet in any of the Indian practice sessions. Has the team reached? You just spotted the team bus.
Yes, we did see the team bus, and I think yes, what time is it?
It's
It's 4:18.
4:18.
4:20.
in India.
But why are they
90.
here 2 hours?
Yeah, because they'll trade from 4:30 onwards. They'll go and trade.
Yeah.
And they from around 6 o'clock they'll have to do that drill where the flags are taken out and the national
yes.
anthem is practiced. And so when you do commentary, when I was doing commentary, our call times would be 3.5 hours early. So people do the broadcasters will have to come and do the wicket checks. They'll have to do the microphone checks. The captains are asked to train and go out there. So the teams will generally come around 4:30. That's the usual thing. So why ICC fit India and Pakistan in the same group? I've explained that. Shame on you. Fair enough. Shame on who? You, me, who? Who? Shame on who? Are we the ones who've taken the call to ask this team to come and play? No, we haven't. It is our job to come and cover because that's our profession. This Indian team, represents the country. The government of India has taken the call. So shame on who? Who are you sort of? What if Pakistan pulls off a surprise? Shubman Gill will be the standout, is what someone says. What is it? ये क्या हो गया?
Some message from Dubai police. Or just like normal, like adhere to instructions and all of that. For a second, I got scared because it flashed and.
तुम्हें कुछ नहीं होगा, don't worry. Okay,
Yeah.
batting or bowling first? Come on, Gargi.
Batting or bowling first? Bowl first?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but no due.
No due.
So frankly, I don't think that is something that will influence the game. You reckon anything? Batting, bowling first? Because see, if there is no due, India has enough firepower to chase it down. India. Wait. Come. Hello, Mr. Ramraj.
You can come here.
So Bharat Ramraj is also joining us in our makeshift studio, which is the
Yes.
Today is the day of Jugaad.
Jugaad day.
this is our car studio, and Bharat Ramraj joins us in our car studio. Bharat, welcome. Bharat, welcome.
The guard made me go the other side.
The guard is all. Hi, Boria, three spinners.
Yeah.
Same team.
Same team. I don't think there are going to be any changes. Frankly, I think the Indian management have found the winning combination, and it's a good combination. You're accommodating almost everyone that you need in the team. You've got an Akshar Patel, you've got Varun and Kuldeep, you've got your three spinners, you've got Hardik, Jasprit as well, and Shivam Dubey. So you're well sorted. It's a very well-rounded team. It's a very well-balanced team. You bat very deep. You bat till number 8 till Akshar Patel. So I don't see any reason why you should be changing or tinkering with the lineup.
I don't think either.
Yeah.
What is your stand about the match? Yash Sharma, we've told our stand a million times. BPSC, why don't you go outside the car and show us the scenes outside the stadium? Sorry, it's too hot. It's about 44, 45. We tried doing our show after 25 minutes. The damn phone collapsed and the phone literally crashed. So we had to come inside the car and get the phone back. That's the only reason. We are not trying to do anything but to protect ourselves. That's all. Because we were doing the show from outside, as you may have seen. So if you go and see, you will see that that's the issue. What if tip barsa pani? There's no pani. There's no this thing. Which team is under more pressure? Ashok?
Has to be
India.
I think, yeah, absolutely. I think we spoke about what would be the outcome if India were to lose this match. And I think it goes beyond just a regular match. Clearly, the pressure is on India in more ways than one.
Bharat, pitch report. We haven't seen the pitch, but based on the last game which you covered, you and Ashok, the pitch report hasn't changed much. Your thoughts on the pitch?
Yeah, I would say they left a little more grass than expected. That's what someone like Roscate also, I think before that, someone else mentioned from the Indian camp that it was doing a little bit of the same. But yes, you still expect spinners to come into play. Having said that, compared to Champions Trophy, I would say there is less grip in the first match between India and UAE for spins.
Gargi, Shubman Gill hold karega ya phir hit karega?
hold. Look, when you see the batting, Shubman Gill's batting style was never and never will be the kind of batting that Abhishek Sharma does. It will never be about audacious shots. It will always be about very calculative aggression. It's
Team bus.
There's the team bus. I can turn it around and show it quickly. There you see, there's the team bus going. So about 20 minutes ago, the other team bus was here. Obviously, we can't see which team is inside the bus, but now, as things stand now, both the teams have entered the stadium. But yes, talking about Shubman Gill's batting is all about controlled aggression. It's always about, yes, he tries to hit, and we've seen that in the net sessions, tried to hit a few scoops or something at the end, at the very end.
Shots.
But it's
Brilliant.
always about very clean hitting in the V, nothing audacious. It will always be very technically sound shots that he plays. So Shubman Gill's role will be about, safeguarding the team rather than going all guns blazing.
चलो भरत आपसे भी ये पूछ लेते हैं ये we've been answering this question a million times where people are calling the cricketers names and shame and gaddar and whatever and desh bhakti. Your thoughts on that? I mean, somebody has say my name, says हमारे देश भक्ति हमें entertainment चाहिए. I can tear him to pieces. I'm being a little civil and giving you the opportunity to do so. About our desh bhakti, Bharat. You want to answer?
No. I just want to add something on that Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill thing.
Bolo.
Yeah, the thing is, I feel Shubman Gill should take strike against Shaheen Afridi because He has done well against China Africa ever since he scored at 100 in the 2017-18 Under-19 World Cup match. He also smashed him in Colombo 2 years ago. And I have that feeling that Abhishek Sharma will get out bowled or LBW against China. He will just go for mid crease. He will make him play for the inward angle and hope that the pitch will fall well straighter with Abhishek Sharma with a high bat lift.
So what Mitchell Stark did
Yeah.
in that IPL
Even
final.
if you can get the angle going, just need to swing it, then it might work.
Okay, you're trying to say right about Desh Bhakti. How do you define Desh Bhakti? What's your definition of Desh Bhakti? Whatever your name is, say my name. You don't even have the. Come on, I'm not using words here. You don't even have the thing to make a thing with your profile. What is your Desh Bhakti? Have you ever done anything worthwhile in your life except trolling? You haven't. About the Indian Army. Are these cricketers representatives of the Indian Army? They're doing a job that the government of India has asked them to do. Today, if the army is asked, in an army officer is asked by his senior to do a job, what does he do? Follow orders. There's discipline, right? The government of India is elected by who? By you and me. It's a democratically elected government. Elections happen around the country, and the government of India has taken a call. The BCCI is bound to follow that call, and the players are bound to follow the BCCI. And we are doing what our profession is. Suppose there's a war, you think the journalists don't cover it? Suppose there's some other event, the journalists don't cover it? Suppose there's a global event, the journalists don't cover it? This is our calling. This is our calling. We will back the team. You're questioning our Desh Bhakti, for God's sake. Who are you, damn it? Who are you? You are just a damn troll. You're questioning our Desh Bhakti. What is your definition of patriotism and my definition of patriotism and nationalism? Do you even understand? Do you even understand? I'm respecting you. Why don't you respect us? You don't respect us. We know what to do. And hello, Rohan Dikshit, no one's earning money. Give a damn about your money. Okay? Give a damn about your money. No one's earning money. We are doing our calling. There are multiple people covering the women's game. There's a parallel stream on. You think we are earning money? What money are we talking about? Sending people to various parts of the world to para athletics and badminton and women's cricket. What money are you talking about? Don't teach me Desh Bhakti. I'm enough of an Indian and far more than you will possibly ever be. Have a family full of nationalism. Do you even know? Great granddad, third Indian to marry a widow. Absolute nationalist, hardcore nationalist family. Don't try and teach me Desh Bhakti, for God's sake. I've been representing India in multiple forums across the world for 30 years, so I know what I'm talking about. Okay. India going for Commonwealth and Olympics. If you pick and choose, India will not get the hosting rights.
Exactly. That's the entire point of it. Look, there is an Olympic charter. You have to adhere to it. You are trying to portray yourself as a serious sporting global power. That's what your aspiration is. Your aspiration is the 2030 Commonwealth Games, hosting it. Your aspiration is hosting the 2036 Olympics. Now, how can you expect to do that when you're picking and choosing, or you're saying that if we are hosting something, we won't let a Pakistan enter our nation, we won't let the teams or athletes come to our nation, we won't give them visas? Does that not give the Olympic Association, the IOC, the right to say, okay, this country won't let a certain country, enter their nation, so we're going to take the hosting rights away. We're going to give it to someone else who will be a much more neutral venue where everyone can enter, and there will be no such pressure. So if your aspirations are, if the government's aspirations are such, they will have to adhere to the Olympic Charter. The other thing is, if you're going to say that if Pakistan is participating in, let's say, a junior hockey World Cup, so that's why India won't participate in that World Cup. Who is You are not doing any service to your country. It is your athletes that will miss out on serious competition. They will miss out on the global rankings. They will miss out on so much. So, this boycotting of tournaments or something like that, and not participating in tournaments if a Pakistan is in there, it's not doing you any good. In fact, it's counterproductive.
Ashok, people have quite a few questions on Shubman Gill. You have done you watch Shubman Gill very closely at practice. Your thoughts on the way Gill trained himself and prepared? Naveen Shankar, Gill will rule the Pakistan bowlers, etc., etc.
I think to start with, on his batting, exactly what Gargi said, which is that he was playing with controlled aggression. I think we saw a lot of shots played out into the V, but really aggressive shots. What we saw at very close quarters on day before yesterday was him actually after the nets coming down and then taking some really low, fast catches. In fact, a couple of catches that he took were actually extremely good, which left the crew, the support staff, and some of us journalists standing on the sidelines really flowed with the athleticism that he showed. I think the commitment to actually finish off the nets and then to come back and do that catching practice took some of us by surprise. Yesterday, we saw him looking in fine form. I mean, when he was leaving, he really looked in good cheer. He was talking to Ashdeep, talking to Abhishek Sharma as he left the field, and he seemed to be pretty calm, collected, and focused on the match.
I generally don't react to this Ravish Bisht fellow, but Shubhan and Rohit have kind of compiled a dossier of filth. So let me just say one thing here. Ravish has reached out to me many times saying Buryada, Buryada, Buryada. And I've got messages also. But let me just say one thing. Ravish, if you want, just answer to your viewers, why were you expelled? And I'm using the word expelled. Why were you expelled by a couple of organizations? You were thrown out. Why were you expelled by a couple of organizations? Why did it happen that that particular organization had to circulate a letter in the media that they've expelled you? I don't want to go into details. If I do, you'll have real trouble. Uh, Appreciate the initiative by BCCI to participate in multinational events. Bharat, thoughts?
So what can I say? See, again, it goes back to the larger picture, I guess. That see, India have to participate in this ICC tournaments, ACC tournaments. Uh, See, India have not chosen its neighbors. India has a sort of tricky neighborhood. For one side, you have China, one side you have Bangladesh, one side you have Pakistan. But because of that, India can't really think about if it has to keep thinking about its aspirations, its ambitions. So on that basis, it is right on the part of I think the government and BCCI to go ahead by playing in tournaments like Asia Cup and the Asia Cup and ICC tournaments.
Bharat, I'll give you a cricketing question. What's your opinion on 8 batters? Does it make our batting weak? Only one pacer in Bumrah?
Like, can you come again?
8 batters, or basically one extra batter, and only one fast bowler in Bumrah. Does it make our bowling weak?
I don't think so.
And this is by Arijit Das.
In these conditions, I don't think so because see, in India have three spinners. One is Akshar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, Varun Chakravarti, and in these conditions, those spinners will come into play. And secondly, there's one fast bowler, Jasprit Bumrah is a very good, he's a great fast bowler. And I have to add that Shivam Dubey is snapping his back a lot. I don't know who told him. Maybe it was Morni Morkel who has basically told him you have to bend your back, you have to snap your back, get a little more bounce. I thought he showed a little bit of promise against the UAE, and he can definitely do better than what he has done in the past because he's 6 feet 4 inches. Secondly, his release point is high, unlike say Arjun Tendulkar, who has a more of a round arm action. So he definitely can get extract bounce if he snaps his back. So considering all that, I think with India having three gun spinners, especially Kuldeep Yadav, Varun Chakravarti, I don't think the India's bowling is weak.
This is a question of the interesting one. Rohan Dikshit. I mean, the last part is stupid, but what is the atmosphere in the press box? Indian and Pakistani journalists enjoy or ignore? Because yesterday in that press conference, we spoke about it. Why don't you say this and how discomforting it was, uncomfortable it was?
And we will tell you the truth. We won't hold back
What's the point of
and lie about what is going on in the press box either. But the thing is, and today as well, there will only be Indian and Pakistani journalists in that press box because of, obviously it is a well-covered match. Everyone is covering it. But if we talk about that press conference yesterday, we were having this conversation in the morning. There were
Pakistani journalists in the India press conference, and unfortunately, there were not unfortunately, but the circumstances are such that none of us had any elaborate conversations with each other. There was no elaborate engagement with each other. All we did was politely say hi, acknowledge, and then go and do our job. No one interacted. There was no, hasi mazak or masti or anything like that. It was a tense atmosphere within the Indian journalists as well, because we are all sort of, concerned about what will happen, what is going on. But at the same time, if we talk about the engagement between the Pakistani and the Indian journalists, it's next to none.
Ashok, you saw yesterday, I mean, Shahid Hashmi has been a good friend of ours over the years.
Yeah.
Shahid was sitting at the top corner, and you and I were sitting in the last row.
The last row.
We didn't even sort of acknowledge, except maybe a nod. I mean, how uncomfortable the whole thing was. In the past 4-5 years back, Shahid has come home, and all of that. But things have entirely radically changed. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think, in the beginning of this, I spoke about how it is a pressure cooker situation for all stakeholders. I think it is palpable. It is not something that is theoretical or conceptual. It is palpable. You can feel it on the ground. In fact, some of us over lunch today, we were talking about how we are feeling a little uneasy. And I think some of these things rub off on all stakeholders in the game. And, in the press conference, I fully agree. I mean, we were sitting in the back row. There was minimal interaction. I think it is a struggle to maintain that decorum, but at the same time, we are conscious of the fact that there is tension all around.
Bharat, this is a question for you, directly for you. Fan Cricket 12. Do you think the middle order of Dubey, Hardik, and Aksar one-dimensional, considering all are vulnerable against high pace as well as hard length? Apurv Nigudkar.
Yeah, that is a point to consider. Shivam Dubey in particular has had his problems against the hard length, the heavy ball. Hardik Pandya to some extent is, I think, better than Shivam Dubey. But having said that, do Pakistan have such kind of bowlers? One Harris Shroff can occasionally do that, but his control is not exactly great. Shaheen Afridi is tall, but he's not someone who bowls the heavy ball. If you notice, there was a test series between Australia and Pakistan in 2023-24, where they showed the release points, and Shaheen Afridi, despite being 6 feet 5 inches, his release point was quite a bit lower than Mitchell Starc, Josh Hazelwood, and Pat Cummins. All four are of similar height, so that tells you he doesn't exactly bowl the heavy ball. So Pakistan may not have the required resources to bowl the hard length or the heavy ball too many times, and in these conditions, a pretty slow pitch, they should be fine.
Ramesh Mishra, Rev Sports. I don't agree with justification by Rev Sports before journalists. Who's giving you a justification? We're doing what we want. We don't agree with you. Finished. End of story. Fast and Curious, there's a super chat. Please play it. I'm a government servant and have a very dear friend in the army. Had a word with him the other day. He told me even if you boycott, it won't do any good. Just be honest with your duties. Even that makes you a patriot.
Absolutely.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. We are all doing our calling. None of here have our army members to take AK-47 rifles and jump into Pakistan and start doing things. That's not our calling. We are not trained for that. We don't know it. We will do what we need to do, and we will do what our calling calls for. That's our patriotism. Thank you very much. Who said this? Fast and Curious. Thank you very much for this. Not because of the super chat, but because of the comment, because I think it helps it put things in perspective. Park cricketers, ex-cricketer, public, whatever. No sense again. 14 ball 33 means 235 strike rate. Doesn't make any sense. Bethel Brook, what is your take? I mean, what's the kind of score you expect on a track like this? 170?
I was just about to say that I think a par score will be anything above 170. I don't expect it to be a 200, 250 sort of match. I don't see that happening. It's a sluggish wicket, sort of sluggish, but there are demons in the pitch. In the last game as well, you saw that there were things happening, but I don't think it's going to be that high scoring game. Plus, also you think about the pressure on the players, and that changes things. I think when there's pressure, you're less likely to see a very high scoring match.
Because of this kind of pressure that Gargi is talking about, do you reckon India has better players who are more suited to take this kind of pressure. A Gill, a Hardik, a Bumrah, an Aksar, the world champion team. How many matches we've lost in the last 1.5 years? Ashok, hardly any in the T20 format. And does that kind of make us overwhelming favorites?
Yeah, I think look, there are two factors here. One is the kind of people who are there in the team, and given the sheer pipeline of talent, it's been a lot of conditioning that happens and a lot of exposure that they get. The other is the sheer volume of games that they have played, and that's an edge. That's a critical edge. I mean, even playing in the IPL, for example, gives them exposure, which is very premium these days. And so that's always going to be an edge that they will have when it comes to pressure cooker situations like this.
Someone's asking, do you think Gill opening we can score 200, 300? Again, that no. I mean, this wicket, no. I mean, Jayesh Joshi, Boria, sir, you're doing a great job. Keep it up and live updates day to day. Thank you very much. Shovik Paul have wanted to ask me, did I have a chat with Shoaib Akhtar about the game and geopolitics? No, I haven't. And as I said, I'm not comfortable. I don't think Shoaib will be either. So it's best to leave things as they are. बोरिया कोहली के बारे में क्वेश्चन भेजा तो फर्स्ट रिएक्शन द क्वेश्चन इज अ रिडिकुलस क्वेश्चन व्हाट इज क्वेश्चन व्हाट इज द अनमोल अवस्थी
I think last इसमें नहीं लिया था last live there was a question about Kohli not being in the team, something like that.
ले लीजिए ना what was the you remember the question
We had spoken about it.
भाई क्वेश्चन दोबारा भेज दो ना अनमोल
Will it-
he's saying negative etc. What is the question? I mean, I said yesterday on our live show that Kohli is the greatest cricketing brand that I have seen in cricket in the last 10 years. इससे ज्यादा positive क्या बोल सकता हूँ आप मुझे बता दीजिए that Melbourne innings is one of the best if not the best T20 innings that I have seen in my career of covering cricket. That Haris Rao shot and that 80 odd that Kohli said. What more do you want me to say? He is and he's earned that thing about one of the greatest ever cricketers to have played the game. Is the entire stadium full or will it be?
I think so.
No, it's all sold out now.
Yeah, it's all sold out.
I
So
think it's sold out.
Absolutely. And if you look at the sea of people coming in, they're
constant
creating the
pouring
flags.
in.
Bharat, जब आप आ रहे थे, what was the crowd like?
Yeah, it was good crowds. They were coming in rows. So I would say it would be full only. Mostly full.
You were saying so?
So I was saying that there is a wave of people coming in, a lot of flags. I don't know how they are getting past the security, given the restrictions that have been imposed this morning. But the crowds definitely picking up.
The thing with the flag is you're not supposed to take the stick with you.
Right.
It needs to be a cardboard stick. It can't be a proper wood
But
stick.
can you take the flag in?
Yes.
No, but I saw there was a regulation that you
Was
can't.
there?
Yeah, I think flags. It was mentioned clearly that no
What harm
flags.
can a flag do?
Maybe
Cloud.
they don't, yeah, if they go against
Yeah.
each other and stuff like that, I think flags. So actually, why don't we talk a little bit about the security?
Yes.
Flags
Yeah.
not. So आप बोल दो पहले आप बोलो फिर उसके
No,
बाद
no,
आएंगे.
I don't know the exact.
So from what I know, and this was issued by the Major General of the local police. What is his name? Some Sharufi or something. That was his name. थोड़ा सा और कम कर दोगे इसको.
It's getting chilly inside.
So there are no flags allowed, no cameras allowed, no power bank allowed, no charging cord allowed, no fireworks. तो आप छोड़ ही दीजिए.
No selfie sticks.
No selfie sticks allowed. No small tripods allowed. Any of this stuff will not be allowed.
Let me mention this to everyone who has attended matches in India would say that ये तो हमेशा ही होता है. That's not the case. Internationally, जितने India में restrictions होते हैं, you don't have that outside of India. So this is a new thing. It's not the usual
Driver के
case
साथ
that.
क्या हुआ वो बताओ.
Oh yes, so we are actually parked in the VIP media parking area, and we have a special pass that is given to us, and it is only given to accredited media persons, of course. Now, usually what happens is, and we've been to multiple games with drivers taking us, and they usually either go in or sit in the car and wait for us to finish our job. But this time around, for the first time ever, the driver was refused entry into the parking lot. They said that you can only drop them off, but you will have to come back because you also need to be accredited. If you are a driver, you also need to be accredited. And we were, for a split second, we were like, how can a driver be accredited? What's even the process for that?
What is his credential? Why
Yeah.
should he get an
Like,
accreditation?
is it supposed to get a media accreditation? For a second, I thought the person who was asking us was confused and thought that he was also a media person
Yeah.
or something like that. And I asked him, what do you mean accreditation? But they said, then they explained it to us very well, that because it is an India-Pakistan clash, because of the context, the security is incredibly heightened. So they are saying if they see you without, our accreditation, these cards and everything, the police will come and get you, and they will, sort of throw you out. So it's not something that we can let you do. The driver can only go in, drop you off, and come back. You will have to get him, registered or accredited.
I think Gargi, I've just asked someone to clarify. Gargi could well have a point. I mean, without sticks in the flags, why not flags? I mean,
Yeah.
it will help build atmosphere. I understand musical instruments, etc. People will throw. They are trying to be doubly cautious because if you remember the 2021 Afghanistan versus Pakistan game, people remember the ticket holders couldn't get in, and some unruly people got in and did all that. That's why the fine this time is between 5,000 and 40,000 dirhams.
Yeah,
And
including imprisonment.
Yeah,
for,
and,
1 to 3 months.
deportation.
Yeah.
And deportation. Yes, Ashok, your thoughts on the security, heightened security?
Yeah, I think, look, it's again a fine balance. At the end of the day, I mean, the guardrails around the stadium are not just metal guardrails to protect for security. They are also kind of protecting the safety of the fans who are coming in and the spirit of the situation here. It is pretty stringent that way, and the administration does take those extra steps. There is also increased surveillance today. There are units that are going around. The point that Gargi mentioned, if the car was parked here, I mean, there would be a surveillance unit checking to see if the car has been authorized, and if not, then there would be action taken. So there is a lot of heightened security, and the guidelines are very, very specific as of now.
आप ये अनमोल अवस्थी का आंसर कर दीजिए. His question was, I was telling whole Pakistani experts, cricketers are celebrating that Virat is not there because Virat उनको हमेशा मारता है. In bad pitch also scored 100. This means Pakistan accept that Virat as their father. I mean, so you get the gist.
I think even without a Virat Kohli, the team is far superior than the Pakistani lineup. Of course, I'm not saying that you undermine them and underestimate them and play it like it's an under 19 team or something like that. That's not the case. But at the same time, without a Virat Kohli, this team is just as strong. And we've seen that happening. We've, back in England as well, everyone said that without Virat Kohli, there will be no buzz. कोई मैच नहीं देखने आएगा. It will be empty stands, but that was proved wrong through and through. Also with the performances that the Indian top order displayed over there, we said it multiple times in England as well that we do not feel the absence of a Virat Kohli.
Yeah, and that's a very fair point. That Virat Kohli's absence may not be felt, but this I have to agree.
His favorite opponent.
Pakistan, Virat Kohli.
Yeah.
Ramraj, talk about it.
Yeah, but I will just add a point to it. First of all, Pakistan also have an inexperienced batting unit, so they have to face the likes of Kuldeep Yadav, Varun Chakravarti. Even well-established batters are struggling to pick them. And think about Pakistan's inexperienced batting unit, so they would also likely struggle. Having said that, Virat Kohli's favorite opponent always has been Pakistan. Even if you go back to the Asia Cup times from 2012, when he got that brilliant 100, right down till MCG, even when India lost at this very ground in the T20 World Cup in 2021, it was Virat Kohli who scored a 50. Yes, won in 2019 World Cup. Let it be. One time he failed in 2017 Champions Trophy final. India went on to lose. So yes, is his favorite opponent. But having said that, as I noted, Pakistan have a very inexperienced batting unit, and they wouldn't have faced Varun Chakravarti and Kuldeep Yadav. Even if you check videos for 200 times, once only when you only when you face such kind of bowlers, such kind of quality bowlers, you understand what you can do or what you can't do. So it would be interesting to see how they go up against India's spin duo.
Raj Sharma, there's a super chat. At least star players can refuse to shake hands. They don't need government permission for that. The Scottish team did not shake hands with Sandeep Lamichhane.
I've said this multiple times. Refuse the handshake. I, in fact, want to see that happening. I want to see if there's anything that the Indian management can come up with to sort of to make a statement that the public has not been forgotten. And Ryan and Roscoe came out there yesterday and made it very clear that the team is very well aware of what is going on within the public back in India. That they are compassionate with the public as well, but they are just doing their job. Now, in that, if Gautam Gambhir and Co can find a way to sort of make a statement, wear an armband or refuse a handshake or anything that they can do, I think they should do it.
Anubhav Jain, who do you think, which player can be man of the match? Ashok. Basically, your 4 or 5 players who you think can stand out today.
I think first and foremost, I think I would look at Kuldeep Yadav as my nominee. I think if India wins the toss and puts Pakistan into bat, I'm expecting that the spin trio will actually play a big part in terms of getting them out very quickly. Also, I'm pretty confident that the opening set of opening batsmen as well as the top 3 or 4 players should get us off to a good start when it comes to batting. And therefore, my pick there would be Shuman Gill. I think it's a great opportunity. I'd written about this as well on the Red Sports website this morning, saying that this is a great opportunity for him to craft against Pakistan a match-winning total. I think in the matches so far in the Asia Cup, what we've seen is that even the smaller teams have got off to a bit of a good start, but then they've not been able to hold on. And, nobody's been able to kind of hold the innings together, and which is why teams have got bundled out for 50, 60, 70 runs. I'm sure that's not going to happen. And that's where I think I would put my money on Shuman Gill to kind of hold this together. And while there would be a lot of attacking shots that the rest would play, I think a lot of the emphasis is going to be on how Gill kind of holds that innings together. So my picks would be Kuldeep and Shubman Gill, frankly.
Nargish, any chance of Dew?
Doesn't
Why
seem
Dew?
like it. It's
I wrote
incredibly dry.
entire copy on it today.
Just do.
Wrote an
Bola,
entire
bola.
copy on it.
Yes, tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there would be much due.
But
Couple
there's
of
no
players.
Dew at all, right?
Yes.
It's very
The
dry.
only thing I would add is I just added one quote from college time. They said that right until September 23, due to some particular scientific reason.
Okay, let me also tell you once again. No Virat Kohli, no Rohit Sharma for India A. So
Ooh.
anybody who's asking, no
Patidar is
Virat
the captain.
Kohli, no Rohit Sharma for India A. They are not going to play against Australia A. No Virat Kohli, no Rohit Sharma for India A. So the Kanpur games, so we are making that very clear. Okay, BCCI has put out a team also is what I'm
Patidar is
told.
the captain.
Rajat Patidar is the captain, right?
Yes.
Yes, so Rajat Patidar is the captain. India A squad for ODI series against Australia has been announced. No Rohit Sharma, no Virat Kohli in the
India A games.
Rajat Patidar, Prabhsimran Singh, Riyan Parag, Ayush Badoni, Suryan Shedge, Vipraj Nigam, Nishant Sindhu, Gurjanpreet Singh, Yudhvir Singh, Ravi Bishnoi, Abhishek Porel, Gurjanpreet Singh, Priyan Sharia and Simarjeet Singh. Tilak Verma captain for the second and third. Rajat Patidar becomes vice captain. So after Tilak Verma goes back, and 2 changes there. Harshit Rana and Arshdeep Singh make that second and third ODI team. So anybody who was expecting to watch Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma play for India A, that is not happening at all. Thoughts? Will they be a tad underdone when they go to Australia? Not
Yeah.
played cricket?
I mean, I don't understand where this is coming from. It's not like they're playing other formats that will keep them in match rhythm or keep them. Of course, they can privately train and are doing so and are working very hard. We've heard that, and you've told me that Virat Kohli is working very hard at Lords.
Yeah.
He's training over there every single day. But match is a match. You can't. I am sort of having a difficult time trying to wrap my head around the fact that they're not going to feature in those games. Is it more about letting the younger players play and give them a spot, because you'd basically be taking away 2 spots from young batters?
Anit Sadhu is retirement loading. Don't think so. it has this playing for India A has nothing to do with retirement. Both are traveling to Australia, is what I know. That's why they are training for it. Both have cleared their fitness tests, and they wouldn't have cleared their fitness test if they were not interested in going to Australia. So that's what we do know. Shayantan Mitra, we need a character like Sachin Tendulkar to handle this kind of pressure. This match becomes nothing less than war. Ashok.
Um, Let me talk about the first part of it. I mean, the second one we will come to. So, I think I've said this before. This is a team in transition, and when you talk about characters, I don't think characters are formed overnight. It takes time to form a character. It takes time to kind of build that imagery. I had also written in the article today that this is the perfect platform for somebody to do a breakout performance. It will not just be a regular match-winning performance. It actually, propels them into the stratosphere in terms of fandom if they can actually pull off an extraordinary performance. But having said that, I think given the way this team is being built up, and given the kind of flexibility that the team has in terms of batting strength as well as batting depth, I think at this point of time it's an interesting experiment, and I'm sure that the team management has thought through the strategy in terms of how they are looking at orchestrating this team to deliver the goods. So I think it's too early to talk about whether you need a Sachin or a Sachin-like character, but I think there is merit in the way they have thought through the team.
Shubham Sharma, Bharat sir is the best analyst. Bharat, at least say thank you.
Thanks.
Come on.
I just want to add one point on that A squad. I'm just happy that Gurjampreet Singh has found a place in both the squads. I think he's a future Test cricketer. Yeah. Told it quite a few times on Twitter as well as took his interview. I think he's the one to watch out for when it comes to India's fast bowling resources.
Okay, so there's a Sauhard Aroda, uncle and auntie, basically तुम्हें और मुझे.
अरे
हिंदी नहीं आता है या सीधा ऑक्सफोर्ड से उतरे हो?
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल दिस इज एन इंग्लिश चैनल तो हमारा हिंदी चैनल भी है. अगर आपको हिंदी सुनना है तो आप हिंदी चैनल भी देख सकते हैं. हम लोगों को बहुत अच्छे से हिंदी बोलनी आती है. हमारी ये मातृभाषा है. लेकिन दिस इज एन इंग्लिश चैनल विच इज व्हाई वी आर कन्वर्सिंग इन इंग्लिश. एज सिंपल एज दैट.
और अगर आपको ये भी जानना है कि ऑक्सफोर्ड से उतरे हैं कि नहीं, वो भी किया है यार. बहुत साल वहाँ पढ़ाया भी है, पढ़ा भी है, ऑक्सफोर्ड से उतरे भी हैं, लास्ट 25 साल से उतर रहे हैं.
That was a half volley, Buri.
और क्या, एकदम सीधा गैलरी में डालो. ऑक्सफोर्ड क्यों, कैम्ब्रिज में भी आप पूछो, अमेरिका में भी पूछो, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में भी पूछो, कनाडा में भी पूछो, यार दुनिया भर में उतरे हैं. आप क्या समझ रहे हो? थोड़ा थोड़ा तो चलिए चलता है. और आपने डाल दिया बॉल सामने तो छोड़ थोड़ी दे.
फुल टॉस दे दिया ये तो.
Boria sir, this is a good one. Anmol Avasti. Boria, what is Travis Head doing in the car? Have you kidnapped him?
Yeah, we thought before the Australia series we'll get Travis Head.
Not bad. Travis Head kidnapped him. But Arshdeep Singh, are you kind of feeling for it? That no game, if you were Arshdeep Singh, would you kind of feel
And-
really hard done?
Especially with how good he is.
And World Cup highest wicket taker?
Especially how good he is in the death overs. And he's good with the new ball as well. So really he's one of the most versatile pacers that you do have in the team, and he's not getting a chance. It honestly just shows you the quality of your bench, if not anything else. It's all that this has been the discussion for so long. Back in England, it was Kuldeep Yadav. Here we spoke about ahead of the Asia Cup, we spoke about Sanju Samson possibly not finding a place in the team, and now it's Arshdeep Singh. But Boria, you had gone off for a little bit. I think you were writing that piece about Ryan's press conference yesterday.
His piece, I was editing.
Yeah. After we saw that Arshdeep Singh dropped a couple of catches because he was getting hurt on that left hand, left thumb, completely bandaged up. He took a catch and he took it well, but he just yelled out. He was going, ouch, ouch, ouch.
He was grimacing.
Yeah.
Achha,
And he threw the ball away and went off and was holding his thumb, and then had to take a minute to compose himself. He was, sort of crouching down and holding his hand. And then after like 2 minutes, he got back and came back up. So, it is causing him a problem, that injury that he has on the left thumb.
Can I add just one point?
Yes, yes.
Ashdeep Singh. Just before you both came, he was having a long net. In the batting nets, he was having long net. There's an indicator that Ashdeep Singh also wants to improve his batting because he understands that this management is looking at balancing the side. You are in Test cricket, they're looking at balancing the side with a bowler who can bat. Here, Shivam Dubey is balancing the side. So I think that's the way forward, unfortunately, for Arshdeep Singh, because this management will only look at balancing the side with either say Shivam Dubey or Washington Sundar, be it in different formats.
RXY, how do I overcome personal attacks? First, you ask yourself, why should there be personal attacks on me? Because I've done something in life. There will not be personal attacks on anyone who's not done something in life. So I commend it that I've achieved if these trolls are coming at me. For the longest time, doesn't matter. Frankly, these trolls are what? Toilet paper. Flush them out. But honestly, people will not take pot shots at people who don't matter. So maybe I've done something worthwhile. That's why they're taking pot shots at me. I tell myself I've earned it. I wear it, like Ravi Shastri said, as a badge of honor. Job done. Indian legends boycotting WCL games put pressure on the current lot for not refusing. You think that's even relevant? That was a
See,
not
that was a private
thing,
league.
yeah.
That was a private league. It's not under any sporting
And
association.
why should these guys refuse? I mean, these guys are under the BCCI, the government. How can they refuse?
There's structure to this. There's guidelines. There's paperwork. WCL was a private league. There's no such country involved or associations involved, where it's an official representation of the country. It wasn't.
Abhishek Pal playing 11 for today's match. Ashok, same 11?
I think the
11.
same 11. I don't think there's going to be any change, no tampering with that team.
Why did Khalid Jamil drop David Lal Sangha? We need scorer against Singapore. Bhai, ये cricket show, right? Football show. Rahul and Devashish, I'll also join. Don't worry. But Mohun Bagan and Goa both have AFC games till 30th. After that, you'll see those players also coming back. But Khalid has started well. I mean, just to answer, Khalid has started well with the Kafa Cup. So I'm quite delighted at the way, in the manner that the team responded to Khalid, the Tajik match and that match against Oman. Saurabh, I think India will bowl first with the spinners. Bharat, if you win the toss, is it bowl first?
I think India will take a safe option and bowl first, though Dew likely won't come into play. But looking at how India won the toss and bowled first even against the UAE, maybe they will take that kind of they will take that kind of safe option. Though although Pakistan batted first in their first game, so Mike Heslin is pretty sure on their side that there won't be Dew.
What India should do, bat or bowl if they win the toss? That's the same question again.
Yeah. We answered it. I think we all agree it should maybe be bowling first, but not that it matters.
Are you worried about any particular Pakistan player?
Just Shaheen Afridi. I think at the top of the order, he can do a bit of damage. Bharat was also explaining how that angle can be a weakness for Abhishek
Jain's
Sharma.
asked the question: which Pakistan player threat to India?
And Shubman Gill as well has a weakness against the in swinging ball. So I
But
think
he plays Shaheen Afridi quite well.
Quite well.
Yeah.
And this
But-
is not the Shaheen Afridi who
Yes.
it's
is
not
not
he's
kind
not
of evolved.
he's not at his prime at the moment. So really, it's a blunted attack at the moment.
Bharat,
Yeah, I was just
Pakistan?
this guy has because India have not played him, Sufyan Mukim.
Yeah,
Because India have not played this wrist spinner, he might trouble the Indian batters a little
Mohammad
bit.
Nawaz, Mike Hassan's best spinner in the world.
I don't really think he is as per rankings he is, but just because India have not played this wrist spinner, his control is good. It's just the fact that if you've not played someone, it takes a little bit of time to get adjusted to his lines, his lengths, the muscle memory has to pick up what kind of lengths or lines he's bowling. So he might just trouble the Indian batters a little.
Saurabh, Hardik clutch Pandya is enough for Pakistan? Actually, it's a good question. Hardik Pandya in these key games.
He's such a. I mean,
I like that smile on your face when you speak of
I
Hardik.
love the confidence that guy has. If you want to learn anything about Hardik Pandya, one, he doesn't give a damn about anything else. He only cares about his performance, what he's doing. He will be completely laser focused on what he's doing on the field and not anything else. So I think it's a lesson for everyone, the way that Hardik Pandya sort of carries his confidence, and the way and how confident he is. And in these matches, I remember that one moment. What game was that? I'm not sure, but Hardik Pandya said, "Main hoon na." He did that.
Yes.
When the
That was
game
the 2021 match against Pakistan.
Yes.
The second one after India had lost the first one. The second match, couple of balls. I think Dinesh Karthik was batting at the other end, and
Yes.
Hardik was like, and then deposits him over long on, closes the game.
Done.
That's six.
That's Hardik Pandya for you.
And I know the guy well. Incredibly confident for now.
Exactly.
During his injury days, he used to wake up every morning at 5:30, and we used to chat at 5:30, saying, "So are you up? Are you going for training? Are you this?" And one could see he had self-doubt. Can he make a comeback? Can he not? That's when our friendship really sort of got close, because, and I used to kind of prop him up and back him up and say, yes, he can. And over the years, I've seen the guy evolve into one of India's gun all rounders of all time. I mean, remember the kind of trolling he got in the IPL, and then to go to the World Cup and do what he did.
He would get
Unreal.
he would get booed in every single game. I mean, from that
That
to
Mumbai, Gujarat,
Wankhede
yeah,
again.
Wankhede again. Correct.
Yeah. That was a
From there
terrible
to
time.
there.
That was a terrible time.
And the World Cup final, to bowl that spell when South Africa had taken that game away. That's Hardik Pandya. Hardik Pandya?
I think, that earlier question about a character in the game, I think if we had to identify one, I think he stands out today in the Indian team as a character with that X factor who can bring in that extra jolt when it is really required. And of course, there is a sheer talent to turn the game on its head when it's required. But also, I think in terms of the personality, I think there is a certain aggression, a certain X factor, like I said, which he brings to the table, which can actually, stop the opposition in its tracks. So I think he stands out from the rest of the team in terms of being that special character also.
Vivek Banerjee is saying, wear black armbands as mark of respect.
You can absolutely do that.
He's asking us to as well.
Us. We can try to get some.
Yes, and we've already said what we will do. So again, whether it's a black armband or a black badge, yesterday we discussed that as well. Whether we show it in our coverage, the way we cover, what we write, how we back our players, it is our choice. And don't judge anybody by the fact that whoever is wearing an armband or not an armband is a lesser patriot. No. Just like you are. Ultimately, the end goal is the same for everybody. We are all frustrated. We are all angry. We are all disgusted with the rogue country that Pakistan is. Some people are saying boycott. Some people like us are saying use the sports field for protest. Some people are saying the game should happen and do it through it. But the end goal is what it is, that we are all Indians who are all fed up with cross-border terror. So it's not as if we differ with the end goal. Maybe there is a difference of opinion with the means or the process. So that's why I'm saying let there be difference of opinion. It's healthy. Let there be disagreements. We are not abusive of anyone who is saying boycott. In fact, Gargi, I'll give you a minute. Boycott is a personal call. Let anyone who feels not worth it not watch this game.
Absolutely. We've said this. If you feel like your way of contributing to the protest or contributing to the protest is by boycotting the game and not watching the game, not giving them, your attention, then do it. If that's what you feel is right, then you can absolutely do it. But to go out there and make an effort to direct hate and direct abuse towards the players, towards the media persons covering it, I think that is a little bit unjustified, because everyone is just trying to do their job. The players are trying to play under the directive of the government. We as media professionals who cover every single match that India plays are, again, like any other game, are covering it. So the hate directed towards the players, the professionals, anyone that is involved here, that is unnecessary. If you feel like boycotting it, you can. Absolutely, that's your personal opinion.
Yeah, this is a
And how can we say that that is wrong or right? That's what
you want to
some
address
people
this,
would do.
Ashok? I hear you, but if Marta's wife, parents saying we shouldn't play, lieutenant majors are raising voice, means boycott is not a gimmick. I'm waiting for Virat, even Rohit in ODIs, but they're not in India. Why? So two parts. But you want to take, you're welcome to take the second part if you want. I'll happily take the first part. But Ashok, if you want to, the two parts from AI platform fan clubs. That's the deal. There's a super chat. Can you play it, please?
So I think, I'm going to base my answer really on what Ryan, the assistant coach, spoke in the press conference yesterday. I think it's important to first acknowledge that there is a situation here, and then to treat it with compassion, to treat it with a certain amount of seriousness. And I think what I was really impressed by is the way everyone, whether it's the team management, whether it's the players, even the media fraternity, I think is approaching it with a fair amount of
Maturity.
maturity. And I think that's the first step. The second is that we are not saying that there is no problem. There is a problem. And there are various ways of expressing your discomfort with that. Nobody is picking up a fight in terms of what your conviction or what your thought process is. You can then pick and choose what you really want to do. The debate really is, at the end of the day, it's a personal call if you want to boycott or if you want to watch. But then when you weigh the odds in terms of what do you win, what do you lose, is there a better way to do it? Are there alternate ways of leveraging the platform and saying that you get a better, if I could call it, return on investment in terms of what comes out of it? Then why not explore that? And that's the conversation that we've been having for the last couple of hours. And I think therefore, I would just leave it at saying that there could be two schools of thought. One is to say that it is a go no go kind of a solution, and the other is to say, is there a way in today's fast paced social media conscious world, is there a way you could actually symbolically express your protest by not shaking hands, by taking up some kind of a signaling which could actually go viral and could actually have a much more dramatic, scalable impact than just a boycott. And therefore, boycott versus be heard is what I would put back. I mean, ultimately, like I said, at the end of the day, it's a personal call. If you want to tune in and watch the match, nobody's forcing you to do that. But there are various alternatives, and one must weigh these alternatives.
You want to add to that? This is a sensitive question. You want to, as a young person, do you want to say anything? Because it's a sensitive question. But we've always been very democratic with our opinions, and hence
What was the original question?
that when martyrs' wives or families and family members are saying no, then boycott is not a gimmick. If the lieutenants and majors in the army are saying no, boycott is not a gimmick. How do we react to that?
We understand where it is coming from. And the anger is valid, the hurt is valid, the grief is valid. And, I can't go out there and say that don't boycott the game. I understand where you guys are coming from. And honestly, if we were in that position, we would feel the same hurt. Seeing, representatives of your country going out there and playing against a nation that has hurt you deeply. But at the same time, you try to look at the bigger picture of the sporting world Indian athletes, young athletes. Now, I have said this a million times in the lead up of this tournament, but if you're thinking of the young generation of athletes, and if you say that we are not going to participate in global tournaments because Pakistan is not playing, then how do you justify the injustice or the unfairness that is now it's unfair to the young athletes, because how will they climb global rankings? How will they get to the Olympics? How will they get their medals? How will they win the matches if they're not going to participate in those tournaments? That is a complete, downfall for Indian sport as well. And then you think of the fact that India wants to host the Commonwealth Games, they want to host the Olympics. And if India every single time say that we're not going to play against Pakistan, we're not going to let Pakistani athletes or teams enter the nation, then how will an IOC, the International Olympic Council, right? Oh yes, International Olympic Council let you host the Olympic Games or the Commonwealth Games? I understand that it's unfair and it hurts, but you have to also think of the larger picture of sport and sporting in India.
Bharat, you want to add to that before I take over?
Uh, what exactly?
Okay, let me answer. Firstly, respect and more respect for these families who have gone through hell. We will never understand what they have gone through because until and unless you go through it yourself, however much you say your heart goes out, you will not be able to understand. So, with respect and humility. Having said that, firstly, I think it's unfair to, on the part of the media, to even try and do what is happening. But each one of these families, or maybe even one, could also produce an aspiring sports person, could have somebody who's working in the government, could have somebody who's working in maybe a sporting department. Everybody has his or her life. And the sporting ecosystem is a massive one. Thousands get jobs in it. Lakhs of people get jobs in it. If the Olympic Games does come, it will transform India. Now, you might have your perspective on it. I do mine. I think it's worth a try. I think the government of India has a stand. And by the way, people are saying, who? Now, let me answer that army lieutenant major part. The government of India, the two most important ministries are Ministry of Defense and Ministry of External Affairs. The Ministry of Defense takes calls on behalf of all of the defense, departments, may I say that. So you mean to say that the External Affairs Minister and Mr. Jaishankar and the Defense Minister were not consulted? You mean to say when this call was taken, the government took it independently? You mean to say the Prime Minister, without consulting the defense personnel, this call was taken? You mean to say Operation Sindoor or anything like that, any major decision? And this is an important decision of the government of India. It was taken unilaterally? No, right? So I think as law-abiding citizens of our country, we have elected the government. It's a government call. So I do think that this call has been well discussed, debated in the annals of the government, the echelons of power. And there is a fair point there. So while Gargi said, and very rightly, that it's an independent individual call, I would urge you not to be abusive towards anyone who is playing like the players, covering like us journalists, is part of the ecosystem, or even the BCCI. Because the BCCI doesn't have the power to take this decision. It's the government of India. The government of India has taken the call. Had the government not taken the call, we would not be here. We would be in India. And there are plenty of other sports to happen. Gulveer Singh just came 16th in the 10,000 meters in the World Championships. And we are celebrating that. We are celebrating that. Simple as that. We are celebrating India versus Australia. And I'm using the word celebrating. We are celebrating Meenakshi and Jasmine. We are not celebrating India versus Pakistan. We are not. This is our job and we are doing the job. Last 12, 13 minutes on the show, I'll kind of give you questions to everyone. And like I said, I hope you guys understand that we've taken a... Debayan Banerjee, I'm a regular viewer of all your channels. You guys have done a fantastic job. You guys are brilliant. Thank you very much, Debayan. Rev Sports like government employee taking bribes, saying it is a mistake of police and government, not catching us and government itself corrupt. Fair enough. Let's agree to disagree. I'm a regular viewer, so that's it. Okay, so let's take closing kind of comments, Gargi. So India favorites, so definitely. Do you even think there's a possibility of an upset?
10%. That's it. That's it. I don't think. When you look at both the batting and the bowling, again, it's a very well-rounded squad. You've got three gun spinners, like Bharat also said. You've got a Jasprit Bumrah in the team. You've got a clutch player in Hardik Pandya who can make a huge difference with both bat and ball. At the top of the order, you have an unstoppable Abhishek Sharma. You have a Shubman Gill in case an Abhishek Sharma is stopped by someone. Shubman Gill can anchor the innings, and the rest of the batters can then bat around Shubman Gill. You bat till number 8. I don't see any chinks in the armors of the Indian team. What?
Yeah, what?
Nothing. Someone is saying, is hosting Olympics so important that you forget what people's sentiment are?
Answer karo, answer karo. Take
What do you say to that?
No, there are plenty of things to say. It's not about sentiment. It's not about. So you want to stop every sport.
Development of the entire nation.
No, you stop every sport. You say hello, and you play into the hands of Pakistan by doing that. So what Pakistan will do is, so when Neeraj Chopra stands in Tokyo about to throw for a gold medal, you'll say, no, we withdraw and boycott, because you know what? There's a Pakistani there. And you play into Pakistan's hands with the boycott. The same you do for your women who have traveled the hard way to come and make the Indian team and play the World Cup. So when they play a home World Cup, you stop them from doing so, saying, no, you have to now play into Pakistan's hands because we are going to boycott. Is that even relevant? Aren't you kind of, doing something self-defeating and harming your own country? Are you actually saying that boycott is real? I mean, I've written about it. I've explained multiple times. I can keep explaining till the cows come home, but maybe you guys don't get it, and that's fine by me. Not everyone has to agree on anything. I don't agree with Gargi on 20 things. She doesn't agree with me on 20 things. Ashok and I differ. Bharat and I will differ. So how does that be a problem? Why can't you be civil about it? Be civil about it. Not everyone needs to engage and agree on matters. Let's agree to disagree. Anyway, coming back. So Gargi was giving 10% opportunity. Ashok, your call. Final 8 minutes on the show.
So, I was thinking about this answer in terms of what Gargi was saying. I don't want to put a number to it, because how do you even arrive at a number saying 10% or 12% or 15%, right? I would rather say that, you have to really look at the strengths of the team, look at the preparation.
Devan is saying, who's driving the car if everyone's in the show?
Guess what, Devan? We're parked.
No, we live in an auto-driving car world today, so it's everything's possible.
Watch this.
Get Elon Musk and Tesla.
Yeah, so I think a percentage is academic. Yes, one can statistically kind of work through it, but I think at the end of the day, you assess the strengths, weaknesses, and the conditions, and then say how well the team composition has been worked out. What is the strategy under the circumstances? Is this the best strategy, or could have been alternatives? And I think, given the choices that they had to make, given that there is a transition happening, senior members not playing in the team anymore, how do we kind of gear this around to an approach? And then once you've said this is my approach, you then walk the talk and say, I'm going to really with conviction take this forward. And I think if they're doing that, then the chances are extremely high that you will pull off your wins. Of course, there is going to be the odd upsets, but I would say highly unlikely in this particular case.
Somebody is saying, is this a carpool?
It's a car show.
It's a car show, it's a car hire, whatever you want to call it. No, it's a hire. Are you guys sponsored by Thumbs Up? Yes, they are one of our sponsors. For sure.
Something on that.
Yes, Bharat, come on.
One thumbs up.
What do you want?
India, Pakistan.
Okay.
Yeah, once upon a time, I used to drink. Not now.
Don't
That's
do
all I
that.
I drink you.
I drink it.
We all drink.
Once upon a time. When Salman Khan was doing all this, डर के आगे जीते.
We need to get Salman to sponsor us now. No, but I love my Diet Coke and I love Zero Coke.
Yesterday at night, Ashok and I had masala Thumbs Up.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bharat, aap bolo.
Yeah, this India-Pakistan games in T20 cricket, I don't want to rule out anyone. I said the same about UAE. I know India would easily win that match, but still, in T20 cricket, I don't want to rule anyone. On that given day, Pakistan, in T20 cricket, even if 3-4 players come good, that team can go on to create an upset. So the same thing with Pakistan. If Saim Ayub or who knows Mukim or Sufyan or 1 or 2 wickets from Shaheen Afridi, they can create an upset. Having said that, I think India have a lot more game breakers. If you look at it, if you look at both the sides on paper, then India should win this one. But matches are not played on paper, so
Only thumbs up or mixed with? No, no, Rishabh. In my case, teetotaler for life.
Only mixed with masala, that's all.
Gargi says masala in mine, and I'm being very candid. Complete teetotaler.
No,
Nothing more. Okay, we are saying boycott Asia Cup only. Why? Why are you saying boycott Asia Cup only? There has to be consistency in your stand. Guys, my question has a second part. Update on Kohli and even Rohit's future separately. Shamik reported 100% Rohit will play. I'm waiting for ODIs. Gargi, Rohit Kohli future.
I know everyone is saying that they're very close to their retirement and after this series they will announce it, but I don't see that happening. I think if they were thinking of something like that, maybe
3 ODIs in Australia. Is it worth it even to go?
exactly what I'm saying, exactly. And then you're essentially also blocking up 2 spots. So if that's a farewell tour, then that's something different. But again, if you want to think of it very pragmatically, then if they were thinking about retirement, they could have communicated that to the BCCI and then not played the series. But since they are, I know for a fact, as in I have a hunch that they will play for a good year or so.
Proshajit Mitra, when are we meeting? After today's match, I will message Shubhan.
Okay.
Do that. I mean, message Shubhan.
Yeah.
We certainly will meet Proshanjit. You've been promising us a meal here. We will take you out for a meal because you've been a very sort of ardent advocate of Rev Sports and we love our viewers. I don't understand this language, so I won't be able to take it. Which city best host for the Olympics? India will possibly push from Commonwealth Games standpoint. We are pushing Ahmedabad in front, so Ahmedabad is the most likely at this point in time that will be the city. भैया टीम बस आई कि नहीं बहुत पहले आ गया बहुत पहले आ गया भैया टीम बस आई कि नहीं read my book Banned yesterday and loved it. Anubhav, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Proshanjit says, amidst everything, I feel for the players. We all have our personal stand, but players don't. Anyone?
I mean, they are working again under the framework of what the BCCI has said, what the government of India has said. It has been made completely clear by the Indian management that we are following directions of the government and what they think is right for the country. The government of India thinks that it's okay for India to go ahead and participate in the Asia Cup, then good on them. And it's not as if BCCI independently took this decision. There was, consultation with the government of India. There was also, Ryan talked about this waiting period where there was uncertainty of whether or not they would even be coming to Dubai. And the government of India gave a nod ahead. So now, if the government is saying go ahead and play, what do you do? Of course, you'll go and play.
Okay, Shomik has somebody whose question was that? Whose question was that? AI platform fan clubs. Shomik responds to your point and he's just messaged me. He's never written Rohit would play the matches. He said he might intend to play. Still, the copy wasn't. Sometimes, as reporters, we have to stick our necks out. From here, we have broken several stories and scored, but he still says, apologies to you if you think he got it wrong. That's exactly how a gracious reporter should react. So well done, Shomik. He's just messaged me that, so I put it out in front of you. Shomik, if you're watching, you've seen that.
Can I call out a question?
Yeah, please.
So I'm very intrigued.
You
Anubhav
need to
says
come in the
Bharat sir
frame.
is a genius when it comes to technical aspects of cricket. I'll repeat it. Anubhav says Bharat sir is a genius when it comes to technical aspects of cricket. When can we expect a great book written by him on cricket or sport in general?
Come on, Bharat.
Bharat, I'm tempted to ask you this question.
that I've not decided on. I would definitely want to, but maybe in a couple of years' time, when I feel like I've done justice to my field in journalism, then I think I would write it.
And you should, Bharat, because you definitely should. You follow the game. Ashok was telling me he was sitting with you in the press box the other day and he absolutely loved the way you crafted your piece on Kuldeep. and that you did not take a shortcut. I was very impressed by what Ashok told me about you, and I'm publicly saying it that that's exactly how it should be. No AI, no tools. It's hard work, proper research, due diligence, and that's what I want to see in my journalists. Okay, time to end the show. How's masala dosa in Dubai?
Haven't had it.
Ashok, you're the local. Which is the best place? Anurag is asking.
There
I
are
know
many,
the answer to
many
that.
places in Karama, but we've been holding off. I think we first have got work to do today, and then we'll go out in search of misal.
There's some Mumbai Express something I used to go.
Mumbai Express. Okay. I think Hyderabad would be the best to host. I don't think. I mean, you're saying when because of the national games and from that perspective, and you're saying with these academies. But I think India will go in with Ahmedabad because that's the preferred city as of now for the CWG.
With the Mondo track in Delhi.
Possible, but overall, I mean, 28 sports, the sports city in Ahmedabad, in and around the Narendra Modi Stadium, the kind of facilities that they've built, I think that's going to be. Commonwealth Games is a clear. Commonwealth Games is a clear. By the way, WPL is most likely to be played in January, with the World Cup in March, and then the IPL in March. And the WPL is most likely to be played in January. I think we should end the show here.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty long show. I hope you guys, and I'll end the show on the note that it's still about what? An hour? Yeah, an hour to go. Make up your minds. There's nobody who can come and tell you what to do. It is your call, independent call. Take a deep breath. Think about it if you want to watch the match. If you don't want to watch the match, you're perfectly fine doing so. If you want to watch the match, you're perfectly fine doing so. It's an entirely personal choice and personal call. Take it and be proud of it. Take it and be steadfast with it. Take it and know there's no right or wrong here. It's your decision and you stand by it and own that decision. In our case, we will now go in. We have owned our decision. And by the way, it's not because the government told us. It's not because the BCCI told us. It's not because anybody told us. Because we told us. We own our decisions. I believe, me, Boria, as the head of this organization, believes that India's global positioning in sport is relevant. India does have a sporting future. The ecosystem matters. Everything matters in sport. And we believe that it is our job and our calling to cover. And we will. At the same time, we believe that this is not a celebration. We believe that the sporting field has to be used as a platform for protest, as has been the case in history for the last 100 years. And I do think that there is a possibility to see something like that today. Whatever we see, we will report back to you. And report back to you with integrity, with authenticity, and with conviction. So I'll end the show there saying, do be with us, watch our coverage, engage with us, disagree with us, don't abuse us. We don't deserve your abuse, nor do we care. We don't care for your money, nor do we care for your abuse. So be with us, for we are the best platform to give you the best sports coverage. On behalf of my co-host, behalf of my two colleagues, Ashok and Bharat and Gargi, thank you very much for watching and for engaging.